2025 Board of Education meeting. May I ask everyone to please rise for our Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First up tonight, we have our approval of our agenda. May I get a motion? Henry, second Katie. Any discussion or questions? All in favor? 7-0. Next up, we have our superintendent's report. Mr. Poole.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening to everyone. As usual, I'm going to turn the first part of my report over to our amazing ex officio board members. I'm not sure who's leading us off. Caitlin's going to lead us off, so I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. To start off the high school report, last Monday, the high school guidance department hosted its senior recognition awards night. This special evening celebrated the achievement and accomplishments of our graduating seniors. And on Friday, June 6th, the high school held Senior Day 2. The day's festivities included a senior breakfast and a celebratory walk for our graduating seniors through the younger grade schools within the district. This special event offered a memorable send-off for our seniors and a chance for them to inspire the younger students with their accomplishments. On Monday, June 9th, the high school athletics department hosted its senior athletic awards night. This event honored the hard work, dedication, and achievements of our senior athletes. And on Friday, June 13th, the high school will host our final Senior Day 3, and activities for the day will include viewing of the senior video, a senior barbecue, and fun-filled senior field day. And now I'll pass it off to Jocelyn, who will talk about some sports updates.
So in varsity tennis, brothers Kai and Ray Hidaka were crowned division champions and became state finalists. Kai and Ray also received all-state honors recognition. In varsity track, Leighton Mangiamelli made a new school record in the long jump with a PR of 22 feet and 8.5 inches, earning automatic qualification for the Section 11 state team. This marks his third straight spring season on the state team. SWR will have 5 athletes competing this weekend at the New York State Public High School Track and Field Championship in Middleton. Congratulations to all the graduating senior student athletes. Now I'll pass it over to Nick with the high school ongoings.
Thank you, Jocelyn. The high school Spring Music Showcase took place last Wednesday, and all performing seniors were honored during this performance. Over 100 seniors visited Six Flags Great Adventure last Friday for the park's annual graduation night. Now, this is a shorter section because now we will be switching gears into our discussion about our accomplishments and future accomplishments that we will lay out to you all tonight. And to kick it off will be Jocelyn Sassi.
So I will be attending the University of Florida this upcoming school year and will be majoring in environmental engineering. The University of Florida has the largest application stats this year as compared to any other year. Over 91,000 applicants applied to UF. This therefore lowered the acceptance rate for UF this upcoming year. However, normally the acceptance rate is a low of 22%. Out-of-state acceptance rate is even lower due to the number of applicants, but is normally around 12%. For me, the acceptance rate was around 10%. I want to thank all my teachers and staff that made this possible for me. Thank you to Dr. Neff, Ms. Frazier, Ms. Gilroy, Ms. Gianfala, Ms. Siemez, and Ms. Hygom for all that you have done for me during this application process.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Hi, everyone. I am committed to Northeastern University, and I plan to major in business administration with a concentration in accounting and advisory services. I'll be spending my first semester studying abroad in Prague, Czech Republic, and my remaining time in Boston. I'd like to thank all of SWR for supporting me these last 12 years, and I'm especially grateful for my teachers throughout the whole journey. So thank you.
In closing, I would like to give the board and the audience a brief farewell, as I've been committed to Stony Brook University as a history major. I would like to thank Mr. Poole and every board member for presenting us ex officios this rich opportunity to gain invaluable leadership experience. None of us have taken it for granted. I would also like to thank the following teachers: Ms. Gianfala, Mr. Malvagno, Mr. Ball, Mr. Gabriel, and Mr. Gilly, not only for their teaching prowess, but also for their truly transformative impact on my life. Thank you all, and have a wonderful summer.
That was great, thank you. On for a few other happenings in the school district. Over at the middle school, our 6th graders attended the Long Island Music Festival on June 3rd and received the highest ranking possible of Superior. Congratulations to them. The middle school PTO hosted an art contest at the middle school. There were 4 winners. First place, Hannah Larson. Second place, Cole Metz. Third place, Sophia Chisenko. And 4th place, Rowan Heavey. Addition at the middle school, the Chromatics and the Quartertones attended the Music in the Parks field trip at Six Flags in New England. The Chromatics won first place for middle school men's choir, and the Quartertones also won first place for the middle school show choir. They received the overall middle school choir award, and Jameson Ochoa received the Outstanding Vocalist Award. So congratulations to your student group. Over at Wading River, 4th graders immersed themselves in learning about the Revolutionary War with different stations including music, cooking, cavalry, infantry, and perhaps even a cannon that maybe they fired a few times from a safe distance, not a real cannon. Their praying mantis egg cases have hatched so far, providing enough praying mantises to go home with every 3rd and 4th grade student as the students work together to spread these helpful insects into their gardens and community. 5th graders are headed to New York City tomorrow to see the Broadway show Wicked, and would that I could go and be a chaperone, right? 4th and 5th graders have their band, orchestra, and chorus concert at the high school this coming Thursday, and 3rd graders have their concert on Monday, June 16th, and the 3rd graders at Wading River released their butterflies last week as part of their study of life cycles in science. Over at Miller Avenue, Field Day was held on May 21st. All grade levels participated in field events, had an exciting assembly with Kerboom Kids. Kindergarten screening has been ongoing and was held through May 27th and May 30th. 2nd grader Sadie Flanagan was the Miller Avenue principal for a day. Ms. Flanagan led the building through all the daily activities and issued each student a special no homework pass. Great work, Principal Flanagan. 2nd grade classes visited the Long Island Aquarium last week in conjunction with their science curriculum. This week there are kindergarten and 1st grade chorus concerts. The 2nd grade concert is Monday, June 16th at 4:30 p.m. right here in the high school auditorium. And the 2nd grade send-off will be on Monday, June 23rd on the Miller Avenue field beginning at 9:30 a.m. Just a few more updates. I had the copies with me, but I want to give a shout out to the yearbook, Wildcat Paws, and Symbols that just came out this week. I have to tell you, the literary work of that's the symbol articles, and thank you to Emily for bringing me down a copy. A lot of the Symbols poems were read at the poetry event a couple weeks back, Poetry Under the Stars, which was amazing. The Wildcat Paws, which I think the journalism students in that should submit that to a local journalism competition, had great articles, including articles on the success of the robotics team, DECA State Championships, school start times, which I know they interviewed myself and Mr. Pugliese about, dangers of generative AI. So congratulations to Giovanna, Lucas, Ayla, and Alyssa, the editors, along with the other writers, for doing a tremendous job. And again, I would encourage them to submit that to a competition. And then finally, the yearbook is absolutely fantastic this year. Great work by Giovanna, the editor-in-chief, Emma, another editor-in-chief, Grace, the editor, and Leah, another editor. So much work. In talking to the students that brought the yearbook down for me to see, we had a brief conversation about how much went into that nobody's going to really know how much time and effort they put into making a really special yearbook. So congratulations to all those students and all those journalists and artists and students that excel in literacy. Really wonderful, wonderful reproduction. And I just want to give a brief update on the bell-to-bell. The New York State passed the requirement for all devices to be locked away during the school day next year with certain criteria. I want to thank Mr. Pugliese, who led the committee last night on my behalf. Meeting was attended by parents and administrators. All 4 buildings were represented. Current policy and New York State new bell-to-bell requirements were reviewed. So the committee, I'm advised the committee took some time to look at it, had some recommendations, generally maintaining the current policy for K through 5 and 6 through 8. If you may recall, K-5 is the devices are not to be brought to school at all. 6 through 8, they're currently successfully put in the locker and locked up for the entire school day. And the recommendation was Similar for high school students for next year, our model right now was the students not to have the devices on them during instructional time. The state's requiring bell to bell. We do have lockers, so the committee, and I agree, would be to have students place their devices in their lockers and lock them for the day. Another aspect of the state requirement was discipline plans related to infractions. Our current discipline plan does not include suspensions or detentions. It's really escalating confiscation, and it might lead to 1 week of just not bringing it to school. So that current plan has worked this year, according to our principals, and shared at the committee last night. So no change to that. And the other part was communications, making sure that we advise parents how to contact the school. So I know a little bit of follow-up on that, but as to our current, call the office, send an email, so some further conversation with that internally about making sure when there's a phone call that a human picks up on the other end and not the voice message machine, especially since this is now there's no access to those devices during the day. And then a side conversation about, at least at the high school, creating a few more spaces for students to have access to a phone in a semi-private setting. So if they're at lunch or something, that there's a place for them to make a phone call if they need to, since their devices won't be available. So I think the next steps for this is really to bring this to the board's policy committee to kind of craft the policy. And then we need to adopt the policy by the end of July. So I'm hoping that we'll get the committee together and have a draft policy ready for the July meeting.
Great.
Okay, all right. And tonight's a great night. We have some amazing students here to recognize our ex officio student members. We have a hero from Miller Avenue to recognize senior scholars, AP scholars, students with BOCE's Career Tech Ed credentials, seal of civic and literacy readiness. We have an elementary student that was awarded, recognized the Lilac Essay Contest winner, and then last but not least, we have the Spring Athletic Awards. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Poole. Really great update. Obviously, there's a ton of events going on and a lot of celebrations. In light of that, I'll just open it to the board for a moment. Does anyone, opportunity for board members, anyone want to share anything? Any updates from this week? Nope, okay. I'm going to jump right down to student and staff recognition. As Mr. Poole just indicated, we were so fortunate this year, starting out having the 3 ex officios, Nicholas, Jocelyn, and Caitlin. Having you on board this year was terrific. I think each of you shared just mutually great roles, and from our standpoint, you gave us great input, so we're really glad to have had you. And hearing what your plans are for the future, I'm sure your parents are as proud as we are of where you're headed to, so congratulations on that. So first up, we're going to recognize Nicholas, Jocelyn, and Caitlin for being ex officio student trustees this year. We're going to present you with some certificates as a result of that. So let's kind of meet over here with Mr. Poole. Okay, thank you. Okay, terrific. Okay, so next up on our student and staff recognitions, I'd like to invite up Ms. Claudia Smith, please. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Welcome. Good to have you back. Ms. Smith is our principal of Miller Avenue. We have a recognition we'd like to point out.
Good evening to our Board of Education, Mr. Poole, and to the Shoreham-Wading River community. I am absolutely privileged tonight to recognize Ms. Colleen Miller for her quick thinking and decisive action that made an incredible difference in our community. Colleen is a lunch monitor at Miller Avenue, and recently we had a second grader who began choking. Colleen stepped forward. She was quick, she was swift, and she was composed, and she performed the Heimlich maneuver, saving the child. She was able to dislodge the food, and the child was unharmed. At times like this, it reminds us that our priority here in Shoreham-Wading River is always the safety and well-being of our students. Please join me in thanking Colleen for her swift actions and for the work she does here in Shoreham-Wading River.
Okay, next up, we'd like to bring up Mr. Frank Pulese, our principal of our high school.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate everything. Being here tonight to speak on behalf, I don't know if we want to do our student athlete recognition first or we want to do our academic recognition.
Why don't we do the academic recognition?
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
because I think it's a smaller group.
All right, perfect.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So tonight, I want to thank everyone for the invitation to speak. Superintendent Gerard Poole, Ms. Thomas Sheridan, the entire Board of Education. It is always a pleasure to be here. Tonight, we're going to recognize seniors from the class of 2025 who excelled in many different areas. Tonight, I'm proud to present the valedictorian and the salutatorian, along with our advanced placement scholars, career and technical education certificate completers, and our exceptional academic seniors. Our AP scholars are recognized in one of three different ways by the College Board. We have our AP scholars who received a 3 or higher on 3 or more AP exams. Our AP scholars with honor who receive an average of at least 3.25 on all AP exams taken and scores of 3 or higher on 4 or more exams. And then we have our AP scholars with distinction who receive an average of at least 3.5 on all AP exams taken and scores of 3 or higher on 5 or more exams. Our CTE completers are being recognized for completing a 1 or 2 year course of study through BOCES that earn them an industry standard credential within their given field. And finally, our exceptional academic seniors have maintained a weighted cumulative GPA of a 95 or higher through the second marking period of their senior year. So these students have really been exceptional right from the very start. Oftentimes taking our most challenging courses and being fully involved in all of our programs along the way. I do want to recognize that it is a very busy time of the year for all of our students. So even though many may not be able to be here tonight, we do want to make sure that they are recognized and given the, again, the recognition that they've worked so hard to receive. So students, we're going to move through several different categories. When I do call your name, if you are present, please approach the stage from my left-hand side. You'll kind of head on up, receive a pin, and then as we move through each category, we're going to take a photo. So to begin with, I want to start with our valedictorian of the class of 2025, Yia Hu. Yia will be attending Yale University in the fall. Our salutatorian of the class of 2025 is Karen McGuire. Karen will be attending the University of Virginia this fall. Congratulations to our valedictorian and salutatorian. I'd now like to recognize our advanced placement scholars. As I mentioned before, we have 19 AP scholars, and these students earned a 3 or higher on 3 or more AP exams. They are Haley Abrams, Amariah Burtz, Leah Carberry, Emma Granshaw, Abigail Haverty, Adam LaRosa, Grace Minerick, Caitlin Monahan, Aiden Morrison, Giovanna Olivo, Brody Pisco, Hannah Raffuse, Kate Retman, Athena Sartain, Leah Serio, Sophia Stadler, Alexander Searles, Hannah Wizermirski, and Rebecca Zorash. Congratulations to our AP scholars. No, one more time. Next up, we have our AP Scholars with Honor. We have 4, and as a reminder, these are students who received an average of at least 3.25 on all AP exams. They are Michael Iberger, Juliana Marturiello, Angelina Price, and Caitlin Schaefer. Congratulations to our AP Scholars with Honor. Our final group of AP Scholars are our AP Scholars with Distinction. We have 14. Our AP Scholars with Distinction are Nicholas Dean, Ava Gangler, Yia Hu, Giovanni Lombardi, Karen McGuire, Liam McQuaid, Anna Minetti, Lee Minty, Jocelyn Nastasi, Juliana O'Neill, Caitlin Roberts, Ryan Seville, Alexandra Selitskaya, Patrick Shea. Congratulations to our AP Scholars with Distinction.
Jerry, one more.
I would next like to recognize 18 amazing seniors who dedicated themselves to the completion of highly rigorous programs in addition to their SWR coursework. Our BOE certificate completers are, and I'm going to read their areas of completion as well. Maggie Anderson, Aviation Professional Pilot Certificate of Completion. Chloe Bergen, Certificate Completer Cosmetology 2. Benjamin Borkowski, Certificate of Concentration Electrical Trade and Alternative Energy 1. Alessandra Darren, Certificate of Recognition Early Childhood Education 2, CPR Certification. Talia Ferreira, Certification of Recognition Early Childhood Education 2, CPR Certification. Brendan Frazier, Certificate of Concentration Electrical Trade and Alternative Energy 1. Amelia Garcia, Clinical Medical Assisting Certificate of Completion, Certified CHP, Clinical Medical Assistant, Narcan Training. Cooper Hagan, Aviation Professional Pilot, Certificate of Completion. Nuria Khan, Early Childhood Education 1, Certificate of Completion, CPR Certified. Ava Licata, Early Childhood Education 2, Certificate of Recognition, CPR Certified, CDA Certified. Cameron LaGuercio, Certified Personal Trainer 2, Certificate of Completion. Naomi Madrid, Cosmetology 2, Certificate of Completion. Tamar Madrid, Culinary Arts, Restaurant Operations Management, Certificate of Completion, ACF Certified, ServSafe Certified. Samantha Murtha, Aviation Professional Pilot, Certificate of Completion. Alex Rayner, Law Enforcement 2, Certificate of Completion. Ella Ryan, Certified Personal Trainer 1, Certificate of Completion. Spencer Smith, Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning 2, Certificate of Recognition. Chase Van Houten, Automotive Technology 2, Certificate of Completion. Congratulations to our BOE certificate completers. Finally, it is my great pleasure to recognize 47 seniors. 47 seniors maintained a cumulative weighted GPA of 95 or higher of the end of the second marking period of their senior year. That is a significant accomplishment. Again, students, if you are in the audience, please come on up to the stage. And once again, after all the names have been read and all the students are on the stage, we're going to take a photo. So starting from the top, Haley Abrams, Maggie Anderson, Ellie Arena, Christian Boss, Grace Barra, Giovanna Costa, Caroline DeAndrea, Nicholas Dean, Emma Granshaw, Megan Halloran, Emily Herr, Yahu, Skylar Hunt, Michael Iberger, Chloe Jager, Adam LaRosa, Morgan Lesowitz, Giovanni Lombardi, Emma Losi, Reese Marcario, Juliana Martoriello, Christian McLean, Karen McGuire, Jack McInnes, Michael McMullen, Liam McQuaid, Anna Minetti, Lee Minty, Caitlin Monahan, Aiden Morrison, Jocelyn Nastasi, Joanna Oschenfeld, Juliana O'Neill, Damian Perez, Angelina Price, Aiden Riley, Kate Retman, Caitlin Roberts, Ryan Seville, Caitlin Schaefer, Alexandra Selexkaya, Leah Serio, Patrick Shea, Cameron Sheedy, Kyle Stella, Andrew Wicks, and Hannah Wierzmirski. Congratulations to these exceptionally academic achievers.
Thank you again, Mr. Blasey. Congratulations to our students and our seniors. That was wonderful recognition. Next up, we have our Seal of Civic Readiness, our Seal of Biliteracy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, good, right, yeah. Ms. Walbauer, we'd like to invite you up, please. Thank you.
Thank you and good evening. Thank you to the board, Mr. Poole, the community. It's very exciting to be here to recognize these students for their SEAL awards. So I am going to start with the Seal of Biliteracy first. The Seal of Biliteracy, this is an award that's given by a school district that formally recognizes students who have attained a high level of proficiency in English and one or more world languages by high school graduation. The intent of the Seal of Biliteracy Award is to encourage the study of languages and recognize the value of language instruction, to identify high school graduates with biliteracy skills for employers, to provide universities with additional applicant qualifications, and to prepare students with 21st century skills. We are here tonight to recognize 9 outstanding seniors who have met the rigorous criteria to earn the seal at this year's graduation. This was a challenging journey for these students who were required to earn 3 points in English and 3 points in another language from a points matrix, which includes exceptional course grades and scores on national or state exams, and at least one culminating project. The committee who sat for the project presentations have shared how impressive it was to see the ease and confidence the students displayed while presenting and conversing in both languages. Our English, ENL, and world language teachers and I are very proud of their accomplishments. Our 2025 New York State Seal of Biliteracy award-winning graduates have earned a special seal on their diploma and transcript, as well as a special medallion to be worn at graduation. Tonight, I'm honored to be presenting the medallions and award certificates to the following New York State Seal of Biliteracy recipients and graduates of the class of 2025. So when I call your name, if you are here, and I think most everybody is here, although we may have another one or two at another awards ceremony, please come up onto the stage here, and Mr. Poole and Mr. Sheridan will give you your medallion, and we have a nice certificate for you. So our first award recipient for both Spanish and English is Caroline DeAndrea. Our second recipient for both Spanish and English is Nicholas Dean. Our third recipient for Spanish and English is Morgan Lesowitz. Our next award is for Emma Losi for Spanish and English, Mary Macias Espinosa for Spanish and English, Karen McGuire for Spanish and English, Michael McMullen for Spanish and English, Caitlin Roberts for Spanish and English, and Patrick Shea for Spanish and English. Congratulations to the New York State Seal of Biliteracy Award recipients. Oh, we're all getting our steps in tonight. Okay, so I am back to also present the New York State Seal of Civic Readiness Awards. So this award, the Seal of Civic Readiness, is a formal recognition that a student has attained a high level of proficiency in terms of civic knowledge, civic skills, civic mindset, and civic experiences. The seal distinction on a high school transcript and diploma shows the student's understanding of a commitment to participatory government, civic responsibility, and civic values. It demonstrates to universities, colleges, and future employers that the student has completed an action project in civics or social justice, and it recognizes the value of civic engagement and scholarship. In order to obtain this seal, tonight's award recipients will have completed all requirements for a New York State Regents diploma and have earned a total of 6 points, with at least 2 points in civic knowledge, demonstrated by exceptional scores on social studies Regents or AP exams, and at least 2 points in civic participation. In addition, all of these students earned credit in our community relations elective course and completed and presented to a committee a high school civics project that focused on a civic issue or a problem within a policy area that they were passionate about. The students had to analyze data, use primary and secondary sources of evidence, and evaluate them for bias and credibility, evaluate at least 2 current public policies related to the issue, and or evaluate potential strategies to address the issue. So no easy feat. They had to communicate their project using written, audio, visual, and oral presentation. Their social studies teachers and I are particularly proud of their hard work, service to the community, and dedication to civic engagement. They too have earned a special seal on their diploma and transcript, as well as a special medallion to be worn at graduation. Tonight, I'm honored to be presenting the medallions and award certificates to the following New York State Seal of Civic Readiness recipients and graduates of the class of 2025. So the first one is Grace Barra. Also, Sean Casey, Giovanna Costa, Nicholas Dean, Connor Damasi, Caroline Panassi, and Savannah Roth. Congratulations to our 2025 Seal of Civic Readiness Award recipients.
Ms. Walbara? Okay, great. She's, okay, you got it. Okay. So next up, we have our Lilac Essay Contest winner.
So again, this is again one of the best parts of my job, being able to work with wonderful seniors and wonderful 4th graders. So I'm going to ask Mr. Paranello to join me up here because I want to thank him for encouraging the teachers to enter into the contest this year. The Lilac Gambone Essay Contest is a contest that's actually for all of the districts across Long Island. You just have to have a Lilac member who's there to nominate somebody. So we do have a Lilac member here who nominated a student. And we were competing against schools across Long Island. So it's really quite an honor to be able to announce that Violet Burtness was the 3rd place winner for grade 4 in the Lilac Essay Contest for all of Long Island. So congratulations, Violet. Violet's piece was called How Cat Got Its Whiskers. I'm just going to read a little piece. She gave us permission, right, Mr. Paranello? We did. So it begins with long, long ago, a while before any world war, when the world was at peace, there was a cat. This cat was cute and fluffy, but it was also very greedy. This cat had so much food that she could eat nonstop for months and still have enough to get her to at least the next year. But despite all the mice, rats, birds, and even some smaller deer she had, she still looked for food. One sunny day, Cat went out of her little house and out into the meadow. In the tall yellow grass, Cat spotted a small mole. My first mole, she thought. This will be good. And the rest is a secret. You'll have to read it. We'll get you a copy. In a published book one day, exactly. So, Mr. Parinello, you can introduce Violet to come up.
Violet, you said everything, Ms. Walpower. It was great. So, Violet, I was so proud of you, and the whole school is so proud of you. So, Violet traded field day to go to the awards ceremony, by the way, so it's just pretty amazing. Can we give Violet a big round of applause? And come on up, Violet, right to the Board of Ed.
Thank you again, Ms. Walbauer. Next up, we have our Spring Athletic Awards. Mr. Blasey.
Thank you again. It is my privilege to be up here tonight to recognize our varsity sport athletes for our spring season. Before we bring our athletes up on stage, I want to, just take a second to thank and to recognize some very important people that without their support, none of this would really be possible. That's our coaches, our parents, our infrastructure here at the high school and our other buildings, security, building and grounds, all involved. We know that anyone that's involved in competitive athletics, you don't do it on your own. You need a ton of support. So, students that are in the audience, athletes that are in the audience, please just take a moment, give your parents a big round of applause, coaches that are in the house as well. So students, please, big round of applause for your parents. We are recognizing student athletes here tonight, and that really begins with the classroom. I would much rather the term be athletic students, but I guess student athlete does sound better. Once again, this spring, as with the entire year, we have 100% of our spring teams achieving scholar athlete status. Our boys tennis team with a 96.66 overall GPA, girls lacrosse, 96.48, girls golf, 96.35, baseball 94.73, spring track for the girls 93.87, boys spring track 91.06, boys lacrosse 90.21, and softball 90. In order to be considered a scholar athletic team, all members of the team must average out to that 90 or better. So this is an amazing accomplishment and truly recognizes the fact that our athletes really are students first and foremost. So congratulations to all of those teams. It is now my pleasure to recognize our end-of-season award winners, starting first with boys tennis. Once again, students, if you are in the audience, please come up on stage. We have Graydon Luck with the Sportsmanship Award, Cooper Hagan, All Division, Theodore Masawa, All Division, Oscar Lieber, All Division, Kenzo Wentz, All-County. Ray Hidaka, All-State. Kai Hidaka, All-State. Amazing accomplishments. And as mentioned earlier, Ray and Kai, division champions. Great job, guys. Girls lacrosse is up next. We have Julia Corso, Rookie of the Year. Leslie Jablonski, All Division. Charlotte Erb, All Division. Katie Keegan, All Division. Grace Kitchen, All County. Madison Herr, All County. Reese Marcario, All County. Congratulations to girls lacrosse. I believe they have their awards dinner tonight, so I don't think they're going to be able to make it. Up next, we have girls golf. Taylor Dietz, All League. Baseball, Owen Crowley, All League Academic. Dan Lieta, All League. Connor Dietz, All League. Kyle Stella, All County. Girls Spring Track. Juliana Sefton, All League. Marissa Cacciola, All League. Gabriella Smith, All League. Caroline DeAndrea, All League. Morgan Lesowitz, All League, All County. Ellie Connell, All League, All County, All Sectional, All State. Congratulations, girls spring track. Oh, long list here for boys spring track. It was quite the season. Brendan Friedlander. Oh, we got one coming? I'm sorry. Come on, oh, come on, guys. We're pros at this point.
Didn't they already do that? Didn't they already do that?
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. All right, boys spring track. Brendan Friedlander, All League. Luke Teskin, All League, All County. Kyle Schiff, All League, All County. David Formisano, All League, All County. Logan Young, All League, All County, All Section. Frank Valenti, All League, All County, All Section. Leighton Mangiamili, All League, All County, All Section. Patrick Shea, All League, All County, All State. Jarrell Winston, All League, All County, All State. Patrick Morano, All League, All County, All State. Spencer Lee, All Academic, All County, All State. Michael Hubner, All League, All County, All State. And there really should be an update there for Leighton Mangiamili, who is also All State. So congratulations to boys spring track. As was mentioned earlier by one of our ex officios, Leighton Mangiamili just set a new school record with a personal record of 22.8 earning automatic qualification for Section 11 to the state team. So congratulations, Leighton. Amazing job. Boys lacrosse. Jack White, Rookie of the Year. Tyler Nowowski, All League. Michael Clemente, All League. Michael Casey, All League. Sean Casey, All League. Sal Mealy, All League. George Green, All County Honorable Mention. Lucas Diamond, All-County Honorable Mention. Noah Gregoric, All-County. Andrew Semino, All-County. Congratulations, guys. Come on up. Our final spring sport team recognized tonight, softball, Mia Detlef, All-County, Katie Leahy, All-League. I'm sorry, All-League and All-League. Congratulations. Before I conclude my comments, I do want to recognize two additional graduating seniors who could not be here tonight, who both exemplify what it means to be a student athlete here at Shoreham-Wading River, and more importantly, two amazing human beings. Each year, our coaches select two student athletes to represent SWR as Delacave Award nominees. Named in memory of the legendary educator, official, and coach Gaetano Butch Delacave, the award is the product of a more than a two-decade partnership between Suffolk County School Districts and the Butch Delacave Foundation Award organizers. It is my privilege to recognize Haley Abrams and Patrick Shea as SWR's Class of 2025 nominees. Congratulations to Haley and Patrick. And now, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Plazy. Okay, next up, we're going to have our reports and reviews. I don't think we have any tonight. That's good. Moving on to votes and resolutions, everyone. First up will be our approval of our May 20th, 2025 regular public meeting minutes. May I get a motion? Megan, second Henry. Any discussion or questions? All in favor? 7-0. Next up are our Board of Education resolutions. We have one of them. It's 2425-256. May I get a motion? Katie, second Jim L. Any discussions or questions? All in favor? 6. Anyone against? Oh, okay. Okay, so let me do that. Georgette, on the votes and resolutions on the approval for May 20th, we're going to change the vote to 6-0 and 1 abstain. Okay. Mr. Smith was not present for that meeting. So you want to make an amendment? Thank you for calling that out, Jim. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our Board of Education resolutions. So I took a motion and I started to get a vote. So I had 6. Anyone against? Anyone abstaining? 1. So I have 601 for 2425256. Moving right along. We have our curriculum and instruction resolutions. There are 3 of these. 2425257 to 2425259. May I get a motion? Megan, second Henry. Any discussion or question? No? Okay, all in favor? 7-0. Next up will be personnel. May I get a motion for personnel tonight? Mike, second Megan. Any discussion or questions on these? All in favor? 7-0. Ms. Kirschus, any other communications?
No, no
Okay.
communications.
Any other discussion from the board? Anything from the ex officio students tonight, from the recognition side or anything? Give you the floor.
Thank you
Okay.
for all your time.
Oh, I'm sorry?
Of course. I just wanted to thank them for their time. Thank you. It was a
Absolutely.
pleasure being your neighbor.
So I've come to witness firsthand, you all together are like a newscast, the way you hand it off, the tonight update. So I really want to applaud you, however you coordinate that. You did a real nice job tonight, as
Yes,
always.
beautiful job.
So thank you for that. Okay, any other additional comments from residents?
No, I have none.
Okay. May I get a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting? And go to, okay, and we're gonna, I love this board is so good. Tonight, we're gonna adjourn to second exec for legal matters discussing proposed pending or current litigation and personnel matters related to a particular person or corporation, the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation, and for collective bargaining negotiations pursuant to Article 14 of the Civil Service Law. May I get a motion? Try it again. Henry, second Megan. All in favor? 7-0. Thank you all. Have a great night.